How's it going, guys? October 2021 here in Oklahoma, and I cannot wait for you to see this hunt. This has been developing all summer and stuff, but to tell this story, I think I need to go back to 2018. 2018, I killed my biggest deer ever. Shot him with my Hoyt at 30 yards. I think he scored just a little over 171. A buck that I may not ever top. He's a super cool deer, one of the best hunts I've ever had in my life. But after 2018 season, that next year, I really didn't have any other targets. I had a lot of young bucks, up-and-comers, nothing that was mature enough, definitely not big enough to really put my time into. So we said, you know what? Let's get my wife on her first buck ever. She'd shot some does, and it was time for her to she wanted to try to start shooting that crossbow a little bit. So we got my wife on a buck she named preseason in velvet named Leo. So we got Leo coming in on a regular pattern. She kills him within the first, I think, 4 or 5 days of the season. Fast forward to 2020. Same type of deal. I had one deer on camera that I was trying to go after, and I did get a chance at that deer in early November. As luck would have it, or just, not being prepared, basically. Misjudged the yardage on that deer, plus him jumping the string a little bit. Wound up putting an arrow right over the top of that buck's back. So after that miss, took a couple days off, obviously pretty heartbroken, but my wife, we had another deer on the other farm that my wife was really wanting to try to get after. As a wide 8-pointer. First part of December sometime, we was able to get on that deer. Had him coming in right at dark a few nights, and then we got a weather system pushed in, and sure enough, that next time we sat, deer came in 30 minutes before dark, and she was able to put an awesome shot with her crossbow on this big 8-pointer, and for her second buck in the second year in a row. So great job, honey. Fast forward 2021 summer, we got a lot of deer on this one farm, a lot of velvet pictures, a lot of daylight activity. We're getting spot and scope videos and pictures of all these bucks back here. And there's one buck in particular we just called the Big 10. He really grew into a big frame, typical 10-pointer. I think my wife could see how I was kind of looking at that deer preseason, and she said, you know what, I've killed 2 deer in a row. Let me take a back seat. You go after this deer this year. This one's yours. So he stayed here all summer, morning and evening, getting pictures and videos of this deer like clockwork. I'm thinking this is going to be my first, real early season deer that I've ever killed because he's on such a good pattern. Well, sure enough, 4 days before the season, he disappears, and he's gone for about 10 days. So that's just how it goes sometimes. I wasn't sure if this deer would ever come back. We hoped he would. We just kind of kept preparing, kept watching, checking cameras, and just seeing if he ever made an appearance. And sure enough, after about that 10th day, I got a picture right in the middle of the night. It must have been his first time back here on this farm since then. But now we're 2 weeks into the season, and I still haven't seen any daylight pictures of this deer. One night I finally got a picture of him about 20 minutes before dark, so I knew, okay, it's fixing to be right. About 3 times a week I was getting that deer in there right at dark, right at that last light kind of time period. I was getting some pictures in there, but every time I sat, I wasn't seeing this deer. And Sunday, to be honest, the weather was the worst out of the 3 days that I hunted there in a row. It was quite a bit warmer. There was a little bit of wind. And to be honest, I just didn't have a good feeling. But I knew that I needed to probably hunt him because food sources were changing. The bucks' attitudes towards each other are changing, and you just never know whenever they're going to, when's he going to wander off for 10 more days. What's up, everybody? Quick little update. It's Sunday, October 17th, I think it is. Last day of the youth rifle season here in Oklahoma. So we got the orange hat rocking while we're bow hunting out this ground blind. But I got the RX5 ready. Try to self-film a little bit tonight if I can, but we'll see what happens. You never know. We're gonna put in a couple hours, and stranger things have happened. Maybe we get us a mid-October buck tonight. What do you think? So about an hour before dark, honestly, which is the earliest that this deer has shown himself, out of the timber since probably velvet. I look up on the hill up there. There's kind of a corner of trees, and I see some movement, and I grab my binos, take a look. Sure enough, I see a big rat coming through the bushes. He steps out into the clearing, and I just can't believe it. It's so early, I can't believe that he's actually coming out.
What's that right there? Come on, baby.
So after this deer steps out, he slowly starts making his way towards the plot. He only takes about 10 or 15 steps, and he just stops and stares. He's up on a hill. He can see everything. It took him over 30 minutes to make it, about 200 yards to the food plot. But finally, he made his way down to the bottom. I lose him for a little while with the camera because the blind is blocking the view of the camera. But once he steps out into the plot, we've got a perfect view. And now it's just a matter of waiting until he gets broadside. So this deer is tying me up in knots. I've already, at this point, watched this deer for about 45 minutes. He's came onto the plot. He's feeding around. He's facing me. He's facing away from me. He's quartering towards. He's just not giving me a good shot like I'd like to take at this deer. But I am losing light fast, and I'm just now starting to get kind of worried. I'm losing light. I know the camera light's fading fast. I'm wondering, is this deer even going to turn broadside, or is he just going to walk off without giving me a shot? Luckily, he stopped one last time, I was able to range him as he's facing away at 47 yards, and I think, okay, if he turns at all, whether it's quartering away or broadside, I'm going to have to kill him right here, because I think this is probably the last time he's going to stop before he moves off this food plot. So sure enough, after a couple seconds, he turns to his right and stops just almost perfect. We get him perfectly broadside. I draw back and settle in, and I couldn't have been more rock solid on this deer. And you know, I wanted to stay away from that shoulder since it was 47 yards, so I tucked it just a little further back than I normally would and let her fly. Thank God we got an arrow in this deer. I didn't think this was ever going to happen. It's getting dark fast. I wasn't able to do a closing interview in the blind, but I actually watched the deer run out there about 100, 120 yards and stagger, and he goes behind the bush. I know he didn't leave the field, but we want to give him just a second just in case he bedded up and he's not quite dead yet. So we're going to get out of the blind, head back to the house, go get my boy for his first ever tracking job. Check this out.
You see it, Fred?
Yeah.
Where?
See?
No,
See right here?
I don't see any blood right there. You're making stuff up.
Daddy, Daddy, I'm really sure.
Where? Oh, you were right, buddy. Okay, good job. Let's keep going. Good job, my little blood trailing buddy. You're closer to the ground than I am. Okay, there's blood on this weed right here. Hey, bud, I think you went right up to the heel, okay? Yep.
Oh, I see
Look at all that
another,
blood right there, bud. Now
I
we're...
see another stick. See these? See these dots right here?
Yeah, good job, buddy. More right here.
Yeah, I see. That's a lot of drops.
Well, that's good, right?
Yeah. And more on this stick. Right there.
Good.
And right there.
You're better at this than me for sure. That's why I
And
have
on this one right here.
good job. That's why I have a dog. Spots right here, bud. Look all over that.
Yeah.
That's good, bud.
Oh, this one right
Look
here.
at all that.
There's your arrow. You're stepping on it.
Emma?
Yeah.
Whee. Oh, buddy. That hypodermic opened all the way.
Oh my man. That means he had a big hole.
You know that's what you want your arrows to look like right there, right? Yep.
It looked like he had a big hole.
I think we punched him pretty good, bud.
I think he had a big hole in his
I'm
side.
gonna leave that right there.
Daddy, I see some.
Some
Behind
blood?
you over there.
Good.
See? Let's go this way.
Okay.
There's some
Good.
right there.
Okay. Yeah, there's blood all over that grass right there. So those are stickers right there.
There's some right here on this foot.
Oh, that, bud.
There's some on the bottom right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
Let's walk around this
That
truck.
looks like an animal.
It was an animal. Bleeding. Find me some more, bud. Look at that plant right there, bud.
Yeah. That looks like
Get
roses.
a video of that.
That looks like roses.
That's
Hey,
called
yeah.
the red carpet treatment, bud.
It looks like roses are growing, but it's really blood.
All right. Good job. Okay, keep going. You're gonna get in front of me.
And
Find some more
then-
blood. Yep, good. Okay, you think you went this way around this bush? Okay. Good. Yep, you're doing a good job, bud. Whoa, watch it. See any more blood? Hey, hang on, don't go too far. Do you? Okay, good job. Okay, hey. Hey, don't go backwards. Find some more blood. See any right here?
I think so.
Huh? Okay, stop. There's stickers. Come back over here, maybe. See any more blood?
Yeah.
You do? Where?
Right over there.
Okay, walk over there to that blood. Keep going.
See there?
Yep. I think you're going to find a bunch of blood. What do you think about that, bud?
Good.
You found that deer for me. Thank you.
That's where.
You found him because you trailed him up, buddy. Thank you so
Look at
much.
his tail.
I'm
It
more
looks
interested
like
in the other
they,
end, honestly.
It's right there.
Uh-huh.
That looks like food.
Okay, hang on a second. Look at this, bud. Oh,
What's
man.
that wormy thing?
That's not worm. That's a piece of his lung sticking out. Oh, man. Oh, he's wrapped up in the stickers. Oh, bud. Oh.
Yeah, he's a big daddy.
Is that a big daddy deer?
Yep.
When I left, you told me shoot a big daddy deer. Is
Yeah.
this a good one?
Yeah, it's good. It's really good.
It's very good.
Thank you, Daddy.
Thank you for helping me, buddy. I love you.
Daddy.
We
Daddy
have
has the
the
meat.
meats.
I said Daddy has the
You
meat.
did.
Look, there's some in his mouth.
Uh-huh. All right. You know what we do right after we kill a big buck, buddy?
What?
We thank God for giving us a chance to shoot a big deer. Okay? So we say, thank you, Lord, for letting us shoot a big deer.
I salute the flag, stakes in America,
Or-
until we
The Pledge of Allegiance works also.
One nation under God. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Have a great day.
Let's go.
Whoa, look at that blood.
Cool. All right. We're good.
Blood.